What's up, guys? Welcome to opening day of 2028. We have a few moves we've already tried to make because we put Torrens on the trading block. We've got Heron and Jabot on the trading block. Jabot for the fact that I put everybody I'm not going to be able to afford to re-sign on the trading block. And right now that's just, I think, 3 or 4 people. Review sponsorships. We still got a few. Do we have... No, we just have the 2. Okay. Review budget. We're negative by a lot. Oh, bummer. Alright, let's see. Who all are we going to have to re-sign in 2031? Ellie, Horner, Luis Robert is good until at least 32. Friedel, Abbott, Naylor, Singer. Got a couple that expire in 30. And these guys are probably going to want a lot. Bummer for Friedel. We're probably going to end up losing him. We got Jeff Hoffman back. I should probably go through all the moves we got new players of. Starting pitching rotation is going to look the same. Hunter, Singer, Louder. His head looks big. Never mind. Abbott, Keaton Wentz still the 5th. Tim Herron is the best technically. We did pick up Joel Piamps in a trade that involved... who was it? I forget. We traded somebody. Oh, it was Tyrone Taylor. We traded Tyrone Taylor. Got Piamps in return. Still got Staumont, Henches, Hers. So that's that. Jeff Hoffman will be our closer. Emilio Pagan starting in AAA, which is fine because he's a 74. We got better options. Brian Monk will hopefully continue to build. I want to use him soon. We have a new closer. We have so many closers. I could probably move him. I'm going to edit him, turn him into just a regular old Chinese Taipei. That's some long hair for a Chinese Taipei kid. Prefers 27, but once he gets to the big leagues, he won't have that number. I'm going to switch him over to a relief pitcher, and he'll be a 63. Did he drop an overall when I did that just now? I think he did. Let's go back to closer for him. Yeah, 65. Brian Monk, 71. We'll still have Torrens and Stevenson. We only have 4 total catchers in the entire organization, so that's something we're going to have to try to fix. Christian Encarnacion Strand starting in AAA. We have Xavier Isaac on waivers. Hopefully he passes through those. Bowman is starting in AAA. Sal Stewart may get the call up to AAA. We'll see. Because we also got Kiko Romero and Victor Acosta down there that we can call up to AA. Noel Vimarte got the nod to start in the majors this year. Ellie De La Cruz, of course. And then we got Spencer Steer and Fraley in left field. Luis Robert Jr. we ended up finding in free agency. So that's a big time plus. We have more pitchers than we need. Less catchers than we need. It'll be Friedel underneath him. Will Brennan we're still having in AAA. Hopefully he has a really good year and this overall starts to break open. Got some old fellas, 32 years old for Friedel. Lawrence Butler, Heston Kjerstad, George Valera, who is on waivers right now. Hopefully he passes through them. Austin Hendrick is AAA. And that is our new roster. We will start at home this year. I just want to make sure. Lineups. Oh yeah, this is what you want to check for. We got 3 empty slots. And that includes center field, first base, Hector Rodriguez, Not bad. We'll start him up there. We need a first baseman, Kevin. Alright, we got first base. What are we missing? We got the DH. We got left field, right field, and center. Second, short, third, and first. What am I missing? Catcher. Michael Troutwine will be that. He'll bat ninth. Not a bad roster. And now I think it's the same thing where we'll have Troutwine down there. Is it center field's missing? Let's have Jay Allen play center field. And then first base? Kevin. But we'll move him down. South Stewart up. There's that lineup. Same deal with the pitchers rotation. Ty Floyd, Sycamore, Ben Schroeder. Not bad, not bad. Check. Oh, that was double A. Okay, now is the triple A one. Cam Collier, third base. What's missing here? Do I see second base? I do. Do I see all the outfielders? Yes. We don't see a catcher. Walker, Janek. Now what? Shortstop, second base, third base, first base, second. What's missing? Xavier Isaac could... He's showing up in AAA. He can still play. What are we missing? We got third base. We got right field. There's two. Center field. First base. Second base. DH. We can do anybody. Sorry. Let's use Xavier Isaac for that. Does he have better fielding than Christian? No, he does not. Alright, now we'll need a DH for lefties. Arroyo's not great against that. We'll put Walker Janek in it. Not shortstop. What is that? Crazy? He's a catcher. Tyson Lewis or Edwin Arroyo. We're going to put Arroyo up there. We'll be fine like that. Do we need a third baseman? No. Shortstop? No. We do need the DH, which I'm trying to get Jeanette to be, but he'll be the catcher. Cool. Guess we could use George Valera. He'll be a good one. There we go. And we are Chase Burns. Uh-oh. He's a closer. I don't want Pagan as a starter, though. Excuse me. Anybody who has stamina above... I can do Doug. Cool. There, now we're set. That's that for that. And now let's get into our game. It'll be against the Guardians to start the year. They finished technically better than we did, but we made it further. Although, it doesn't matter where you finish if it's not first place. We still have Lux in our starting lineup. I put Robert 5th. Should be an interesting season. We'll see if we keep TJ on the bench, because I really want him to start. I believe we have him starting against lefties. I'm trying to make sure that everyone at least starts against somebody. Oh goodness, it's a dreary day here in opening day. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be gray. Nothing's gonna be flying. And Robert will have that one for out number 1 of 2028.
So digging in, Matt McClain.
Oh, I forgot. That's where we put him. Oh, this hurts. Number 31 is a crazy number for a guy that was number 9. Struck out McLean. I miss you, buddy. Jose Ramirez still rocking it in the league. Lux is not going to get there, and they have their first hit of the year. And it's a guy that can steal bases, so once he stops talking, we will try to... Ooh, Kerry Carpenter. They got him from the Tigers. Strike.
1 ball. And here is Kerry Carpenter.
That's also through. Is that 2 straight 2-out hits?
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Yep, that's 2 straight hits right up the middle.
Kobe Mayo digs in for the Guardians.
Oh, it gets actually through. That's going to advance both runners. It's not every day that it actually gets through the legs of Stevenson. Usually decent at blocking. And now it's 3-1. What started out as a pretty easy inning appears not to be one. He'll foul off the slider. It's still full, and his pitch count is up to 20 already this evening. That's a foul. Actually, I think it's a midday game. That's usually what the Reds do. Or 4. Dang, dude. All right, it's a... What's speed like? I'm not gonna... Let's try his splitter. Got him with it. All right, that was a ball, but we got a strike 3 on it. We will take that. Who's on the mound for them? Freddie Peralta. He's been moving around a lot, and unfortunately, he's in the hands of the Guardians that we got to deal with right now. Oh my goodness, that's a rocket that they took care of at third. Good fielding by Jose Ramirez. All right, Gavin Lux will have a turn. Hopefully, we can get it through Jose this time. That's another solid hit. That could go. Oh my goodness. It knocked it down. The wind and the cold weather did not let that one fly. I think on a June day or something, that might be a home run. Josh Naylor's next ever hit is 1,000, so that's going to be not here. 1, 2, 3, we go, and it's inning number 2.
Top of the second. So in now for
Ooh, they're still rocking with Kyle Manzardo. Oh, goodness. Nope, not as hard as it sounded. We're good. We are good. We're going to have the first at-bat of Luis Robert Jr. coming up next inning. After, I forget who I put 4th. Robert's 5th. Struck out Bo Naylor. Man, they have a lot of guys you wouldn't expect them to have after 4 years. Oh, goodness. They got super speed right here with Pete Crow Armstrong. If he puts it in a gap, he might get an inside the park home run. Or a regular home run. Okay, so he's got super power and super speed. Got it. All right, that's 1-0 for the Guardians.
Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires
I messed it up. I messed it up. That was on me. That's outside.
There's no way you keep
38 pitches for Hunter Green. It is just 1 run.
He deserves that home run.
And unfortunately, that's ball 3. We are going to not throw a fastball here. I think he would expect a fastball, and we just missed with it. Is that walk number 1? They've got 3 hits, 1 homer. Steven Kwan usually bats at the top of the lineup. Oh, yeah, never mind. This is the top of the lineup. Oh, I'm a weirdo. I didn't think they were all the way through it. They are projected to finish 15 games ahead of second place in their division, but hopefully that doesn't start today. Goodness, got him to swing through it. All right. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. I feel like we should have put Hampson later in the lineup. That's low. We had a couple guys that are in AAA right now that had really good, what you call them? Spring trainings. one of a few of them didn't have like many at bats. That's on the bottom of the strike zone. That was gross. I thought it was dropping further. All right, here's Luis Robert. Let's see what we can expect. We're projected to finish outside of the wild card this year. That's insane. That's upstairs. Yeah, I didn't grab like the best of pieces in the offseason, but there we go. He's aboard. Alrighty, we got our first base runner of the year, but it is a walk. 79 speed, 61 stealing. We're gonna steal on Bo Naylor all night long. And once he stops throwing over. I want Robert on second in 1 second. He's not going to throw over a second time unless Freddie is different than any other guy ever.
Robert on the go. Pitch misses. 1 strike.
Dang. All right, not a good start. Not a good start on the stolen base pass.
They want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down.
That's 2 strikes.
Exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that.
I feel like if it had been any other kind of pitch, we might have been able to make it. Was that stolen bases and it said 67 for Ellie? I don't think he was close to that last year, but hopefully this year goes differently. Oh my goodness, that's a rocket. And it dies as well. Oh my goodness, these are balls that will be home runs later in the year. You just gotta survive the first few months, and then your home runs will climb. Although the Guardians have already started that.
That's inside. He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with
it's a
3
full count
coming up if he's walked.
Oh, that goes right. Oh, right off the bag. That's one you'd never ever see. I was about to get him, I think.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning.
Oh, don't take the extra step there. Might have been able to get him.
Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
That sucks that the that sucks that the bag stopped me from that dive. All right, Kerry Carpenter fouls that one off pretty hard.
You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Another dive that doesn't work out, and that's another hit for the Guardians. We've had some really hard hit outs as well. We haven't gotten any hits yet, but it's going to start happening soon here. You just got to, you expect it.
Nice grab. There's one.
Lux turns it, and we get the double play. That was a great play. All right, now we'll have 7, 8, and 9. We didn't face the minimum in the last inning unless we went for that stolen base, which we did. So now it's 7, 8, and 9. We'll look for one of these guys to get us going.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That is a hard. See, these are all hard hit, but they're all going to people. That'll be out number 1. Heston Kjerstad now. That slider should have been hit over the wall, but it is a foul ball, and it didn't go anywhere. That one goes through. There's our first hit of the year on a way inside slider. All right, Heston Kjerstad, first hit for the Reds this year. That's down. Stevenson batting 9th. We'll see if that continues this way or not this year. His contact has gone down. It was 70 last year. That's a hard foul. But that's all it was. It was a bouncing hard foul.
2-2.
And this barely goes through. That was a soft single, but Tyler is on.
So it's first and second with only 1 away.
All right, Ellie De La Cruz.
The next to hit for the Reds.
Absolutely smoked the ball in his first at bat, but Jose Ramirez started his year off strong. So here we go. Let's see what happens. 2-2. He's been a 3-time All-Star, 24, 26, 27. He's been a back-to-back year All-Star.
Fights it off. You'll
If
see
he'd
it
been
out.
in 2025, it would have been back to back to back. Let's see what Ellie can do for us this year.
Fouls it back
Another
for 2
foul ball.
strikes.
Freddie Peralta's pitch count is finally climbing. It's not as high as we'd want it to be right now. That's going to drop. We're going to tie the game on that one.
Around third.
We'll stick to second with Stevenson. Ali De La Cruz hits the first RBI of the season for us.
Example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable
All right,
he becomes.
Gavin
and he
Lux.
eventually wins the battle.
That one is going to hang up there, be caught.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
That's 2 down for the 3-hole hitter in the form of Josh Naylor.
Coming to the plate. Josh Naylor. Now
He hit a deep fly ball that got caught out there.
and a swing and a miss.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the
I thought it would be
slider.
gone
He
off
can't
the bat,
flip
but
before his
it wasn't.
commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing
Oh
and a
man,
miss,
that
and he chases
dropped
that one
into the
in.
dirt.
And it's in time
Awesome.
for the third
All right,
out, so
we
that
got one
will
run.
be it.
Naylor strikes out.
Back now with the Battle of Ohio. Out of the
Kyle
fourth.
Manzardo.
Now the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo.
Great read by Gavin Lux to prevent that one from going into the gap.
Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
And that's in there for a strike. Bo Naylor's down 1 and 2.
They had some run and finished a little up
I know the
and just
projected.
off the
Ooh,
edge.
goodness, that's a great pitch from Hunter. I know the projected
Broken back. She jogged back to the dugout.
season finish has us finishing like
Getting ready
3rd or something in our division, and outside the wild card
And that's ball 3.
by a game. But I really want to get into the wild card, and that's gonna walk Pete Crow Armstrong. So he's homered,
One of the things about that
and
two-out walk,
he
the base
has
runner over at
walked.
first base is
That's
gonna have a very
Hunter's
aggressive
second walk, and he's up to
secondary lead.
82
So ball
pitches.
down the line or into the gap will produce
Zach
a
Neto,
two-out RBI.
the 9-hole hitter,
Are the
fouls
best.
that one off.
That
We
is if
want
you
the
are
double
the
play
offensive
ball
side of it.
or a strikeout. Actually, yes, strikeout would be great because there's 2 outs. I forgot that was an
Pass it
aspect.
off, still 1 and 2.
Awesome, awesome. We just need this to go correctly. He struck out on the inside fastball.
So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So it's no runs on no hits.
Alrighty.
Back here in Cincinnati.
Garrett
ready to
Hampson
go.
will have
Bottom
4, 5,
Now the
and
red
6.
cleanup hitter, Garrett Hampson. Swing,
That's
ball lifted
pretty
in the
well hit.
field. He
It's
just
probably
missed.
going to have the same story behind it.
One down.
Nope. Doesn't go.
Luis Robert now.
Hit that in August or June or something, and you got yourself a homer. But oh goodness, Louise! Oh goodness.
That was pretty close right there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't have swung there. He did walk his first at bat, but that appears out of the question right here.
And it's 2 and 2.
It's never fully out of the question though.
That's
That is just
So,
low.
as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little
And
bit
that's
better
going to
than
be a
others.
pop-up.
And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a
Luis
little
Robert
bit.
pops out, and that is
Pulls it
2
down,
quick
2
outs.
down.
Hey, wait a minute. How are we projected to be outside the wild card but also win our division? That doesn't make sense. Okay, that low fastball got a swing, and we're down 1 and 2. That was in the strike zone, so it was a fair swing. See, look, we're projected to be outside the wild card.
This to third.
Dang it,
Ramirez
got jammed.
Zips it to first. Out number 3.
All right, we got 3 hits, 1 run
Welcome back.
through the
Quite
early
the pitcher's
going.
duel so far. Here's how the starters
I
have
am going to
performed up
only
this
let Hunter
point.
work 5 innings here.
Miss.
He's got to deal with 1, 2, and 3 here.
Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Hard foul by Quan.
Line drive. De La Cruz.
Ellie takes care of it.
One away here in the 5th.
Good fielding, and of course, the 2 out of 3 of the home run leaders projected are both Dodgers. Let's see if that ends up happening.
Takes the grab. And that quickly 2 away. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
All right, that's out number 3.
Fraley.
And yes, Hunter Green is done after that one.
Makes the catch.
Yeah, he's
inning
projected to
over.
have 62 stolen bases and lead in that category.
Back now with the Battle of Ohio.
Now we'll see
head to the bottom of the
here.
fifth.
Put Sam
Now for the
Henches in
Reds,
the pen.
Lawrence
He's
Butler.
dropped a couple overalls. I think he was a 73 last year. How old is he? I think he's like 32 or 3. Something like that. But shouldn't have dropped. Wow, DJ Hers might be a starter at heart. We'll warm up Stamont as well. We'll put Piamps in sometime soon.
Now all even up. And that's
3 and
now
2.
passing outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
It's a
That's
leadoff
inside.
walk.
Butler's
That's
on.
the go-ahead run.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now it's going to be Heston Kjerstad.
That's
That one
upstairs.
well upstairs.
Also a good one to not steal on. We were about
All
to.
tied up here on opening day.
Kjerstad got the first hit of the year for us. That one is an outside circle change that we will only foul off. I might try to. Nope, he throws over. Awesome.
Peralta checks over to first.
Now we
and
know he's
back.
paying attention. Now we know. We are going to take a step. We're not going to go yet, but we are taking a step. And Kjerstad's down on strikes.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be
Nope.
a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out.
All right, Tyler got that
Did not
really,
expect that
really,
location,
really
in my
slow base hit through the
At the
middle,
plate,
or
Tyler
through in
Stevenson.
between right and left. There we go. Oh, just foul.
Foul ball.
That one had extra bases and an RBI written on it.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Double
Now
barrel
what
action
will we
in the
do?
bullpen.
It
Hunter
is the 5th
Gaddis
inning. He's only at
throwing.
83.
No
We were in the
ball, also
90s.
throwing. Strike three, and
Struck
that's
out
2
Stevenson.
in a row.
He's struck out 2 in a row.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for
All
it,
right,
can get to
Ellie
it.
De La
That one
Cruz.
just had that little
1
jump
for
at
2
the
today.
end, which indicates
Had
there's
that
a good
long at
spin
bat
rate
his
on
first
it,
time
and
up.
it didn't decrease in velocity as
He
that
does go
hitter's
after that 12-6
internal
curve. That
clock
was
would
well
expect it to,
executed.
and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate.
All right, let's try our best.
And
Dang it,
through the
he
swing,
does
it's a
say he
strikeout.
went. I didn't see that, but wow. Jose Ramirez is projected to lead every single category.
Sneaks through,
Okay,
base hit.
we
And a
meant
good start to the
to.
inning.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at bat. Put a great swing
Cool
on that
Hunter.
ball, took the barrel
Didn't
right
work.
to it. Nice extension
Lefty,
as
lefty,
well.
Sam Henches.
105
Now the Reds manage.
Okay.
And now it's going to be Kobe Mayo.
Dang,
And
Kobe
foul
smashes that. All right. Just want this in on his hands. Didn't get there, but we'll strike him out.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider. Even though it caught him up.
Here goes the runner. Down the
That's
line,
just foul. We
and it is
got
foul.
very lucky there. He doesn't actually have much speed, so he was not stealing on the play. That was a hit and run.
3-2 now. And ball 4 to
And
a board.
Henches walks one.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He can play off some really close pitches and somehow
Fouls
Boogie
that one
found
off.
way
It's
to keep
now
the bat
a
on his
2
shoulder
strike
right there.
count.
I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Foul ball
Fouls
still
that
1-2
one off.
count. With the
And now we got to look for
run
something to try to get a
standing in second
double
for
play,
top half of the
perhaps.
sixth.
That's
Right
not
back
going to
to the
happen. We'll
mound.
just go for
Could be
one.
an easy two.
No, it
Throws
won't
the
be.
first in
It
time.
was hit way too
He's out.
softly.
Pete Crow Armstrong digs in for the Guardians.
All right, Pete has a homer and a walk. He's been aboard both times.
2 on, 2 outs. Good job to fight that one off. Got it.
And we struck him out, and we escaped the inning. We had some danger on the bases there.
And
Hunter
we
Gaddis
reverse
comes
the
in.
Pitching change. Hunter Gaddis. Late swing, foul.
All
to
right,
the left.
Lux fouls that one off. Who's number 3? Is it still or who's number 2? Horner?
Up the middle.
Soft ground ball from Gavin right there. He will not make. Oh, I thought it pulled him off for 1 second. It's an out. All right, Hunter Gaddis has turned into quite the pitcher. That is in there. Good
that's
slider.
really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be
Alrighty.
real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Hampson and Robert would be next if we can get anybody on here. Nope. Naylor strikes out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right
Got
there.
him with
Not
it.
much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you could sometimes
All right,
start to
3-1 to
question
Hampson.
yourself and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Inside, and that's ball
And
4.
Hampson does walk. We got a base runner.
Well, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some.
What do we got? Righty, lefty, righty. Josh is coming in. We'll warm up
And now here's
Hyam.
center fielder Luis Robert with the go-ahead run at first here
What's
in
he
the bottom of
stealing
the
it?
6th.
49. Did I mention we hired Dave Roberts?
Runner on the go. So now
Ooh,
it's 1
walks him.
and 2 outs.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for.
That one's in there, 1 and 2.
It's in there. Now 1 and 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots. Where
They're both
pitchers
stealing
really
right here.
gotta bear down. Those last two.
Double steal. Meanwhile, this
I almost thought about going home there. We're going to stick to just second and third. I didn't want to accidentally round and get thrown out. That is a full count.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then.
That should have been ball 4. We fouled it off somehow, but that was definitely ball 4. There we go. There we go. That's got a chance. It drops. That's 2 RBIs for I thought for sure he'd catch that. What happened there? Jake Fraley ends up with 2 RBIs on something that should have ended the inning. What happened there? Is that a Shuckers logo on the bottom there? Wow.
So runner at second.
I gotta see it. We're gonna look and see what happened here. I thought it would hit the gap, but eventually I thought for certain the inning would be over. He just reaches up and misses it. Awesome. We'll take it.
Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
All right.
Pitch misses.
He holds back on his swing. He's walked once. I don't remember how he got. Oh, it was a ground out. That is strike 2.
Cleveland has some action going in their
There's
pen.
another pitcher in their bullpen. They do throw over. Camilo Doval got signed by them. I was looking at him. We also wanted to sign Edwin Diaz. That didn't happen. We also had eyes on William Contreras. He didn't sign because we ended up using most of our money on Luis Robert. Which, I mean, that's fine. Luis Robert's a great signing, so hopefully he has a good year for us. That is going to end the inning. It should have walked him, but we're okay. We'll take the 3-1 lead that it gave us. Stama hung that fastball. Zach Nito does nothing with it.
Calls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
All right, now it's back to the top of the order. Stephen Kwan fouls that slider off, bent his knee.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. I'm actually going to throw a fastball, but it's a sinker and down.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And up next for Cleveland, Matt McClain.
Matty McClain takes that curveball just.
Ground ball left side. Guardians go down in order.
Took them all out in order. And now we'll warm up
On the mound now, Camilo Doval.
Just
Piumps
trying to keep this one close
probably.
here.
We'll
This is
take
where a
this
bullpen
pitch
can
first.
give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Yeah, we're taking
now
that
1 and
slider
2.
in there. Switch lefty-righty. Switch who's better against lefties. So, it is going to be a Piumps inning. We'll see him in a Reds uni. He took Hench's number, which, I mean, fair, because Hench's has been dropping off.
Knocks that one away. And
Even
we'll
though
go
Hench's
again.
is still on the team. That's the funny part. All right, one for 2 for Chris Dad here.
And that's off the inside
Honestly,
edge.
some of these guys may
That's
only
ball
bat
2.
3 times. We only have the 4 hits. We have a few walks. We're just lucky to have
Out
so many
there to
runs.
center.
That is going
Armstrong
to
running hard to get it.
get caught out there. It's
Covered
hard to get
plenty
anything to
distance
drop when it's
there.
Crow
And there's one down.
Armstrong
Tyler Stevenson,
running
the next to hit
after
for the
it.
Reds. That one outside. And it's 2-1.
Cutter at
Bases
100.
empty, one
Awesome.
away. You're the bottom of
Good
the
to see
7th.
it. Good to see it. That's
One
also a
down,
ball.
one strike. And now 3-1. And that one is
And
inside. It
he
is
walks.
1-4.
Tyler's on.
So back
Ellie.
to the top of the order.
We've got
Ellie
an
de
Ellie.
la Cruz will hit next.
Would be nice for him to,
Delivers a pitch in
Get a
for
hit.
strike at 95.
but Duval is very good, so we will see. I'm honestly surprised they don't have Duval as a closer. That's outside.
Stevenson, the base runner at first with 1 out.
And that's way inside. That's going to advance us to second. So no double play option in order here. 1 out. Runner on second.
Double play possibility.
And now let's see what Ellie can do.
And
That's
ball
way
4,
down.
2
He'll
there.
walk.
How big a deal is that?
All right. Now we've
I
got
think it's a big deal because
Gavin
if
Lux,
you
who's 0
pitch
for
to the
3.
previous hitter with the power he has, hitting home run,
Oh,
I
goodness.
think it was
That
a
one should have
calculated
been
walk. We'll see how it pays
hit
off
hard.
here.
Doval. He's kind
We're
of
all
a
right.
prototypical bullpen arm. in
Duval
today's
is
game.
using a
Electric
lot of
stuff
energy
that
to get to
results
this one.
in a ton of strikeouts.
That's
And
outside.
against
Full
this,
count.
That is a big time benefit.
It'd be nice to get another base runner.
Misses,
Won't happen
it's a
yet. That's a strikeout by Lux. Bummer.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Josh
Yeah, there
Taylor,
is. He's 0 for
next
3
hit for
though.
the Reds.
Let's see if he continues 0 for, and that honestly might tell you that
When a guy like
yes.
this comes into the game, you feel like
Yes,
he's
he
standing
might be.
on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you.
And he got him.
Dang.
Strike 3.
All right, he
That'll-
struck him out, and we got nothing out of that. Joel Piumps.
takes over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And
I don't know about the placement on that slider. I feel like I tried to put it at the bottom. It's a 2-2 count. I think we're going to go back to the sinker. Got him out.
Threw it, and that's the strike.
His command is not great. I'm not going to lie.
And next will be the cleanup hitter.
No, we haven't nailed the placement of the PCI thing, but there we go. There's one. There's 2 straight strikeouts.
For strike 3.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
On the ground to the left.
I knew it was foul, but I wanted to see if maybe we could stop it from going foul and take care of the inning that way. But not yet.
Still 1 and 2.
Not quite yet.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
And they'll do it again.
Struck him out. That's a high sinker. Bad placement, but again, got lucky. New pitcher for them. We're going to go with Jeff Hoffman. Schedule. See if we've got third baseman Hampson. We could do Horner or Marte, but Marte is probably going to be saved for a left-handed. Oh, they got two Detroit Tigers. They got Vest.
And downstairs.
Well, these Reds do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've been able to get a lot of hitters on base today thanks to this.
Oh, that has a chance to get over the wall. It's foul. Man, I feel like there's some wind today. That's another hard hit. That could hit the gap. Nope. Again, it's Crow Armstrong out there. There's some hits that will be later that won't be while he's out there.
The 1-1. Yeah, there's that's off the plate.
Let's go Reds. Indeed. It's 2-1. Luis Robert still doesn't have a hit in this jersey. Would love for him to. Alrighty. We'll rework the batters order too after this game. It's a full count. He's got 2 walks. Hasn't been aboard via hit yet, but that's a great pitch up there. Jeez, there's nothing I can do with it.
That kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the
All right, 2 down for Jake Fraley, who has 2 of our 3 runs. Man, Will just smoked me with that sinker. Jeez.
You've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
I was not in the dirt, so I wasn't chasing it. So relax. Oh my gosh, he almost just ate me. I should really, really, really eat my tongue when I say, oh, I'm not going to chase it in the dirt. That's going to fly out. That is our last at-bat of the day, pending a pathetic performance from our brand new closer, Jeff Hoffman. Second stint as a Red. I'm going to change that blue glove. It's ugly. All right, come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. That's just low. Manzardo's been held hitless so far. That's in there. Sinker got the zone. Honestly, quite a lot of it.
Stays alive.
All right, he'll go to the splitter, which missed. Now he's going to go for...
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Did Naylor get a hit today? It would have been hit 1,000.
The velocity blasted it right past him. He's 2 outs away.
Struck out the first batter he faced. Naylor's first pitch bounces. We've got his brother over here. Strike on the splitter.
Too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better
strike 3. He struck out the first 2 he's faced.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there.
All right, Jeff.
Choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Foul ball on that. I can't believe we had this guy and fumbled him so bad. He was not great when he was here. But that's going to be a double for Pete. Robert's going to throw it into second. That's not ideal. A 9-hole hitter, though. Zach Nieto. Sinker caught the middle of the zone. All right, this should do it right here. It will. I tried to strike him out, but I'll take the ground out. That's game 1. Gotta love those. That was the first play of the game. I knew it was gonna be a tough one when that happened. Alrighty. that will do it for episode, I think 83, but episode 1 of season 4. Goodness gracious, only 4 hits on the day. But we had a few walks in there, so there we go. I'm going to check our box score. Did Josh Naylor have a hit? No, 0 for 4. He's still chasing hit 1000. He'll probably get it before we get the next episode going. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.